Welcome, one and all. If you remember the early days of my channel, and let's be honest, you probably don't. I had a couple of long hiatuses, for reasons, but I used to do a lot of edutainment content. I am unable to type. But yeah, so I used to do a lot of edutainment content. I grew up in the early to mid 90s. I'm old. I am an old cat. Anyway, I grew up with games that were in schools because that's where computer games for children were found in the 90s. Schools and libraries. Not a lot of people had their own computers in the home yet. It was getting more popular, but we weren't like in the boom. It was the beginning of the dot-com bubble that you hear all the old folks talking about. Anyway, modern edutainment games. This is my third time trying to record this. Things just keep happening. It is not the game's fault. It's entirely mine. Anyway, let's learn something. Bacteria are tiny microscopic organisms, and there are thousands of different species. Most are harmless, and some are even helpful to humans. However, some can cause harm, such as Mycobacterium tuberculosis, MTB, which causes tuberculosis, TB. TB usually affects the lungs, making people cough, giving them a high temperature, causing tiredness, and sometimes death. It can also affect other parts of the body, such as the spine and brain. Today, there are 10 million new cases of TB each year, and 1.5 million people die of this disease around the world. The human cell. Your body is made up of trillions of complex cells, each with its own job, whether that be as a muscle, brain, or heart cell. Mycobacteria are intracellular bacteria, meaning they can invade the host cells and hide from the immune system. The cells in this game are from your lungs, so you should protect these cells at all costs. If one cell is infected, the bacteria can spread to nearby cells. The way to stop the bacteria spreading is to kill the infected cell. Macrophages. The word macrophage comes from the Greek macro, meaning big, and phage, meaning eaters. These big eaters are white blood cells responsible for consuming dirt, dead cells, and invaders such as mycobacteria. A macrophage will surround and consume an invader, and then try to destroy it. Macrophages are your primary weapon against the mycobacteria invasion. Use macrophages to kill the bacteria before they reach the cells. MCB is the species of bacteria that causes tuberculosis. They usually enter the body by inhalation into the lungs. MCB are an intracellular bacteria, which means they can enter the cells and hide from the immune system. Sometimes the immune system attacks these infected cells, but this can cause damage to the body. MCB are the bad guys. Use macrophages to kill them before they reach the cells. If they invade the cells, you can only stop them by using killer T cells to kill the infected cell, or by using the nuclear option. Sometimes a macrophage consumes a bacterium like MCB, but is unable to destroy it. The bacterium can happily exist and even replicate within the macrophage. Sometimes these infected macrophages can then burst, releasing more dangerous bacteria. Beware, some macrophages get infected and bacteria can replicate inside until the macrophage bursts. Come on, let me... Okay, or don't. Right, this is... yeah. Killer T cells are part of your immune system that targets your own infected cells. They connect with the cell and release molecules that kill it directly, or send a message that triggers apoptosis, cell death, essentially telling the cell to self-destruct. The T cells act like a smart bomb that can target and kill infected cells. Press Q and select the cell you need to kill. Cytokines are molecules that act as messengers and signal to the immune system if a cell is damaged or infected. In a cytokine storm, these molecules overreact, meaning that the immune system attacks and kills too many cells. Much of the damage is caused by TB, and other diseases can be due to the immune system overreacting like this. This is the nuclear option. If too many cells are infected, you can use a cytokine storm to destroy multiple cells. Beware, a cytokine storm kills both infected and healthy cells. No translation found in tutorial. I love the music in this game, though. Damn, they weren't kidding when they said this was impossible. Your immune system has been overwhelmed. In real life, your immune system is very good at handling infections, but sometimes there are just too many invaders to deal with. That's why we need a vaccine. Bacille Calmette Guerin is a vaccine against TB that was developed by French scientists Albert Calmette and Camille Guerin. It was first used for humans in 1921. BCG uses a weakened version of Mycobacterium bovis, M. bovis, which usually causes TB in cows. The M. bovis is weakened to the point where it does not cause harm to humans. By developing immunity to the weakened M. bovis, the body's immune system develops protection against the closely related Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the invaders in this game. The immune system is now boosted by BCG and is more efficient at destroying bacteria. This game, unlike most games but much like real life, starts out on hard mode. Then you just have to figure out what to do with that information. Made it a lot longer. Still didn't win. Your immune system has been overwhelmed again. Even with the help of BCG, the immune system can become overwhelmed in real life. In fact, BCG is only partially effective in protecting against pulmonary or lung TB and does not work well for adults. You are now boosted by the future vaccine. The BCG vaccine is still the only vaccine for TB and has protected billions of people. But it is 100 years old and only not very good at protecting against pulmonary TB and does not work for adults. Validate researchers are working on creating new vaccines and new versions of BCG to fight TB. Play again, but now with the future vaccine boost. Oh, bugger. That didn't happen the last time I played. The world will never get to see my perfect future vaccine run from the first time I played this game. Oh well. Unless you want to see a video that has no voiceover at all, I am totally on board with just posting that. Leave me a comment, let me know. And if you want to see me reviewing Cells at Work or Cells at Work Black, let me know in the comments as well. I do kind of want to do more watch with style videos, although I usually focus on public domain stuff. There's ways around copyright so that you can do a react, or rather than a react, what about a video essay on Cells at Work and its impact, both in Japan and abroad? That would be interesting. Anyway, I have ideas, but Validate also has 2 more games that I'm going to have to play after this, so we'll see what happens. Congratulations! With the help of this new vaccine, you have defeated the invading Mycobacteria tuberculosis. Validate hopes that one day soon we will be able to have a vaccine better than the 100-year-old BCG. As you can see, with the help of the BCG vaccine, it becomes much easier for your immune system to fight against MTB. You can play again at any level, but first answer these quick quiz questions to see how much you learned. How many new cases are there each year? 10 million. Questions are different this time around. What do killer T cells target? Infected cells. The name of the bacteria is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. What does BCG stand for? Bacillus calmette-guerin. I apologize for my French pronunciation. I am still learning. Oops. Not a perfect score. Oh well. Anyway, that was the game. Vaccines save lives. Baby cat has all her shots. Do your kids? Anyway, that was the game. The other 2 games by Validate coming soon, as well as video essay on cells at work, possibly. And definitely, because I do want to do some educational content on this channel as well, I am going to do a video essay on the anti-vax movement and all the evidence against it, including the fact that the man that started it was never an anti-vaxxer himself. His study on the MMR vaccine and his fake, by the way, links to it and autism were all in an effort to sell his own version of the vaccine. So if you really want to see who's funding the baby coffin industry, look to where the money went on the vaccine study. Anyways, stay healthy. Mallow out.